Welcome into Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. Today's show is sponsored by Mint Mobile, with plans starting at just $15 a month on America's largest 5G network. Start saving today at mintmobile.com/chatsports. Today, we are breaking down the winners and the losers after week one of Seahawks training camp. Now, today, on Tuesday, the Seahawks begin padded practices for the very first time. So it's kind of a week of transition over the next few days as the Seahawks take this next step. But nonetheless, we have some names who've stood out among the rest so far and those that have kind of disappointed at this point that we want to run through. I got 4 winners and 4 losers for you. And the first winner, first and foremost, had to be DK Metcalf, right? DK Metcalf gets a big contract, 3-year extension, gets the money he wanted, and the message that he delivered was loud and clear. He said that he wanted to be paid. He had the hold in, which was like a holdout, but he was there, and he never got fined, and then got the money that he wanted at the end of the day, and gets to be where he wants to be in Seattle. Here's what he said about his new contract. I mean, this is the place that drafted me, so of course I'm always going to love them for that. But just the environment, like the people that work inside the building, just make it an easy place to come up here every day, and I can just enjoy myself when my family is back home. And they know that I'm in good hands. They've met everybody up here, so I mean, it was just an easy decision. At the end of the day, I really just wanted to be here because of the people. So DK Metcalf gets the money, gets to be where he wants to be, and the Seahawks have their star receiver locked up for a very long time. And he passed his physical after the offseason surgery that he had. So not only has he been paid, but he's also healthy as well. Everything seems to be going really well for DK Metcalf to start training camp at this point in time. So now that we've seen the numbers, we've broken down this contract at length over the last couple of days, how would you grade the DK Metcalf contract? This is our pinned comment today. You're about to get an ad break. Take advantage of it while the ad's playing. Get your votes in. Type A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section how you would grade DK's new deal. Next up is running back Rashaad Penny. And Rashaad Penny has come into camp looking really good. All the talk about him at this point has been about his physical size, how in shape he is, and that he's clearly establishing himself as the number one running back on this roster. This is what all Seahawks from Sports Illustrated had to say about Penny. Penny looks really lean and explosive, playing at a weight that maximizes his speed and power, whether during individual or team drills. He's running with an extra gear compared to his peers, and he's eager to prove his performance from last December and January wasn't a fluke as he steps into a full-time starting role for the first time. So an exciting time for Rashaad Penny as he takes over this role. We hear Chris Carson retire officially last week. You bring in Kenneth Walker, who's also impressed at this point, but this offense is going to run through Rashaad Penny going forward. We know the Seahawks want to run the football a whole lot, and they will depend a lot on Rashaad Penny. So you betcha that he is one of our winners here of training camp so far. Number 3 on our winner list is rookie cornerback Coby Bryant. He has been the talk of the offseason for the Seattle Seahawks. The 4th-round selection has been viewed as quite the steal for Seattle, and he comes with a great pedigree. Won the Thorpe Award last year and was just spectacular. You loved what you saw from Coby Bryant on the tape. It made no sense how he slipped as far as he did in the draft, but nonetheless, the Seahawks took advantage of it. And here's the reports from Seahawks camp on Coby Bryant at this point in time. Brady Henderson reports Coby Bryant's ball skills continue to show up now that defensive backs can actually defend throws. He had another pass breakup today on a wobbly Drew Lock deep ball into the wind. Bryant is still the number 2 left cornerback behind Sidney Jones. Geno Smith said Coby has just been making plays all over the place. Another report, Corbin Smith writes, another outstanding practice for Coby Bryant. Rookie registered 3 pass breakups on the afternoon, including denying 6'7" Colby Parkinson on a jump ball in the end zone during team period. Hashtag Seahawks from Corbin Smith there. So there you have it. Looks really good from Coby Bryant at this point in time. So even though he's a 4th-round selection, there's a good chance that he ends up starting week 1 for the Seahawks. The way that he's been competing at this point in time, he very well could be the best Seahawks rookie in what is a very good rookie class for the Seahawks. So I want to ask you, will Coby Bryant be the best Seahawks rookie in 2022? If so, type Y for yes. If not, type in for no. Let me know in the comment section one way or the other if Coby Bryant is going to be that dude in 2022, the best Seahawks rookie. If so, type Y for yes. Type in for no if not. Today's show is sponsored by Mint Mobile, which is on America's largest 5G network, and you can start saving today at plans starting at $15 a month. Look, times are tough. Inflation is bad. Our country is going to hell right now, folks. So why not save some dough on your cell phone plan while still having unlimited talks, text, and high-speed data and a mobile hotspot as well with Mint Mobile. MintMobile.com/chatsports to start saving today. Use your data however you like, even where coffee shops don't exist. It's MintMobile.com/chatsports. Ryan Reynolds, he owns the company, and I got to tell you, if Ryan Reynolds believes in it, then I got to as well, right? MintMobile.com/chatsports to sign up today. Our last winner is Geno Smith. And Geno Smith has clearly taken the lead, has the advantage in the quarterback competition right now. Could that change? Sure. It very well could change down the road. But at this point, a week into training camp, this is Geno Smith's job to lose. And former Seahawks fullback Michael Robinson, Mike Robb, who was on the NFL Network earlier this week, and here's what Michael Robinson had to say. He was breaking down the quarterback race and said, right now, I'd say Geno Smith is the leader in the clubhouse. As I talk to everyone in this building, he seems to have the best grasp of the offense. Geno Smith understands the offense a little bit more. From what I hear, this competition is coming down to the wire. So, Geno Smith has the edge, and everything points to him being the starting quarterback. But still got to get through the preseason games and everything, but he is in good shape right now. So, those are our winners. How about you guys? Name me a training camp winner, whether it's somebody we mentioned or somebody we did not mention. Let me know in the comments section who those guys are for training camp so far through 1 week for your Seattle Seahawks. We are covering this team all throughout training camp here on Seahawks Today, as well as counting you down to kickoff here on the channel. Go ahead and subscribe now if you haven't already, so you never miss a moment of what we're doing here on the channel. It's youtube.com/Seahawks TV, and join the Noti Gang. Make sure those notifications are turned on as well, so you never miss a moment. Our first loser is Drew Lock. And Drew Lock, I would put him in the loser category, not even necessarily his fault. It's more so that he's at this disadvantage of Geno Smith having the edge in the system, and he's kind of having to play from behind of sorts. And he hasn't done anything to catch up to Geno Smith at this point necessarily. Here's what Pete Carroll had to say about the quarterback competition. Geno's in the lead right now, and he's ahead, and so he ain't looking back. He's going for it, and Drew's not going to take a back seat. And then we got a report from 710 in Seattle about this situation, saying neither has drastically outperformed the other in camp so far, but Smith has a firmer grasp on the offense. Locke might not be happy taking the back seat, but if the season started today, you'd see number 7 under center. Locke's best bet to take over is to cut down on the errant throws. He's missed a couple receivers in camp and prove he's fully comfortable with the offense. So notice through those quotes there, everyone's saying the same thing. It's pretty, I would say, on the same page that Geno Smith knows this offense better and that Drew Lock is playing behind the 8 ball of sorts. Everyone's on the same page there with that same mindset. So Drew Lock got some catching up to do. Not saying he can't do it, but his work is sure cut out for him if he wants to get the starting job. Next up is cornerback Trey Brown. And Trey Brown, recovering from that offseason injury, the surgery that he had to repair his tendon in his knee that ended a promising rookie season in November, begins camp on the PUP list. And the thing with Trey Brown is, again, not necessarily his fault, kind of like what we talked about with Drew Lock earlier. It's that he's not around, and other guys like Coby Bryant who are competing for playing time are stepping up. Listen to this. Here's what Corbin Smith had to say about this cornerback situation. Assuming Trey Brown makes it back soon, he's going to be entering a fierce competition. And the missed time will put him at a significant disadvantage, but he played really well before getting hurt last year, and it shouldn't be discounted. Definitely a different feel than last year. So, look, competition makes everybody better. Iron sharpens iron. But I got to tell you, Trey Brown, the longer that he's out, that's more opportunity for other guys to step up and potentially take that starting job away from him. Next on the list is Jamal Adams, one of the starting safeties for the Seattle Seahawks, a man that makes a lot of money. And we know that Jamal Adams was already coming back this offseason after dealing with offseason surgery, but then right to open camp had an injury himself. And here's the report from Brady Henderson of ESPN. Adams didn't appear limited as he took part in everything today. As reported, any surgery he has had on his re-injured left hand likely won't be until after the season. He played with a cast on that hand for part of last season. So here's a photo. This is from The Athletic of, you can see that glove looks like a mitten of some sorts. You know, he's probably going to go bake some cookies or something like that with that thing on. But nonetheless, that's what he's dealing with for the time being. It's good to see that he's out there, that he's doing something about it. But with the injuries that we've seen Jamal Adams deal with, you can't help but be concerned at this point. And can he play to his full potential this year if this injury lags on? I think there's reason to be concerned right now. So what's your level of concern with Jamal Adams' injured hand? Tell me in the comments section. Type 1 through 10. Put a number on it where your level of concern is for Jamal Adams at this point in time. Last one. The last loser is Abraham Lucas. And if you recall, Abraham Lucas was one of the standouts of OTAs. He was getting first-team reps, and it looked like that he was well on his way to being the starting right tackle. But as training camp has started, he's not getting those first-team reps that he was once getting. So now this competition is really open again. Here is a report from 710 Seattle. 3 tackles are competing on the right side. Jake Karan, who joined the squad as an undrafted rookie last year. Stone Forsythe, a 2021 6th-round pick out of Florida, and rookie Abe Lucas, selected in the 3rd round this year out of Washington State. Karan opened camp as the starting right tackle, but there's certainly a chance Lucas wins the job from him. So, look, again, I like Lucas. He's a really talented player. I'm really optimistic about him, but this pressure, this competition is a lot tougher than maybe he or others anticipated. After getting those first-team reps at OTAs, the thought was, okay, well, he'll just pick up from where he left off at training camp. Not quite. So Abraham Lucas, if he wants to get that job, they're going to push him to the limit to try to make sure he earns that job. It's not going to be given to him. He's going to have to go out there and take care of business and get it done. So we'll see. So with that said, name a training camp loser, whether it was someone we mentioned or someone we didn't get to. Let me know in the comments section. Let me know one name that comes to mind from training camp as far as a loser. And before we go to recap, here's a look again at the training camp winners and losers after week number 1. Our winners include DK Metcalf, Rashaad Penny, Coby Bryant, and Geno Smith. Our losers this week include Drew Lock, Trey Brown, Jamal Adams, and Abraham Lucas. Appreciate you joining us on the channel. As always, give me a follow on Twitter at Tyler Jones Live. Love hearing from you guys there. Talking Seahawks all the time on Twitter as well as Instagram and Facebook. Give me follows on all those social media platforms, and we will see you next time right back here on Seahawks Today.